Hello, beautiful souls. Thank you for being here with me today. If you are new here, my name is Ziya. If you're a fellow and returning subscriber, thank you for your continued love and support. I appreciate you all, and I'm sending you all lots of love today and every day, okay? So, as you can see, we got 3 piles in front of you. What are we going to be looking at today? Well, I'll tell you, okay? So we're going to be seeing what are your spiritual abilities. We're going to see how you can tap more into them. We're also going to see who or what can you work with in order to develop these further. And then for our last question, we're going to ask, how are you being called to utilize these abilities, all right? So I know some of you guys have been waiting for me to post this reading for quite a minute, okay? I had some technical difficulties last week. Well, let me save the video. I ended up losing all of the fucking content that I had created. It was so sad. But I'm going to just take that as a sign that that was not the right reading, okay? This one is the one. This one is the one, okay? So as you can see here, for pile 1, we got the Celestite. For pile 2, we have the Amethyst. And for pile 3, we have the Stillbite, okay? If you guys need more time, definitely feel free to pause the video, tune into the energies, and then whenever you're ready, go ahead and check out the timestamp, and I will see you at your reading, all right? Hello, pile 1. How are you? If you chose this beautiful piece of Celestite, this is going to be your reading, okay? So we're going to pop this guy right here. So when I was tapping into the energy, some of the messages that I was picking up were disillusionment. And I was actually seeing this card that is in this deck right here called the Evolutions of the Soul deck. And I was kind of picking up that you guys help people see the truth. Okay? You guys could be like a life path 7 or 9, 22, 33. Those were some of the things that were coming up as well. But I was also picking up, like, some of you guys could also be like witches, druids, warlocks, very magical, mystical beings. I feel like you guys are also very connected to these types of energies, spirits, sprites, fairies, elementals, leprechauns. The list goes on. Unicorns, the list honestly just goes on. I heard Pegasus as well. So some of you guys could be very connected to these types of energies. Mermaids, sirens. I'm hearing Mintaka. Okay, so if that type of stuff resonates with you, or like other Starseed collectives in general, it doesn't just have to be limited to Mintaka. That was just something I heard clear as day, though. So other Starseed collectives, you guys could be very connected to extraterrestrials, right? Very high vibrational energy here that I am picking up from you guys. What else was there? Oh, I was also seeing like owl eyes looking at me. So you guys could be very wise old souls, have a lot of wisdom that you are coming here to bring to Mother Earth, to humanity. And vice versa, Mother Earth also bringing you wisdom that you are meant to share with others as well. I feel like you guys have one of your spiritual abilities is telepathy. You guys could also be very gifted in the clairs as well. Clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, claircognizant. There's another one. I can't think of it right now. But regardless, I was also picking up psychometry, okay? So lots of different messages coming in right now. Take what resonates, leave what don't. This is a collective reading. If I keep sitting here talking, I could probably channel for fucking 20 minutes straight. So we're just going to put this down and jump in with the cards. But these are just channeled messages that I was picking up for you guys. I was also hearing the song by Nicki Minaj, Starships. Starships were meant to fly. Hands up and touch the sky. So I do feel like you guys are definitely very extraterrestrial, or you're connected to these types of beings or energies, okay? So let's see, what are your spiritual abilities for pile 1? For pile 1. I feel like you guys are also like very connected to your inner child. So you guys could be very creative in, what's the word I'm looking for? Creative and explorative? I don't know, like you guys are like down for adventure, okay? That's kind of what I'm picking up. Explorative, I don't even know if that's a word. Whatever. What are your spiritual abilities? Pile 1. Oh, that card said psych. We got universal love with 44. I love that because I said master number 22 and 33, but now we got master number 44. So you guys could also be very connected to the ascended masters as well. The angelic realm, ascended masters. There's something about like really high vibrational energy here. And we got allowance with 9. I say you guys could be a life path 9, right? So it says the frequency of allowance invites us to be open to whatever comes our way without judgment, without opinion, without fear, and without resistance. When we allow, the universe becomes our partner in the wondrous dance of existence and expansion. Ooh. So I feel like you guys, another one of your abilities is, even if you haven't gotten to this point yet, I feel like you guys are going to be able to master the art of surrender. Some of you guys are like, that's not a spiritual ability, but it is. Let me tell you something. That shit is hard, and it takes a lot of spiritual strength and discipline in order to become surrendering. In order to surrender, right? Look, throat chakra just wanted to flip out, as well as coherence. So something else that I'm picking up is like you guys could also be very clear channels for spirit to come through and to relay these messages, right? So we got universal love. It says the frequency of universal love activates the connection we feel to each other, to our planet, and to the whole of existence itself. So I feel like this is why you guys are able to pick up so many different messages, like telepathically, is because you understand the interconnectedness of everything. So if we are all interconnected, we can all read each other's thoughts, hear each other's thoughts, feel each other's energy. And it's not even just with people, but like with Mother Gaia, with plants, with animals, objects, right? You guys are able to pick up a lot of different messages and energies from all different types of things. I feel like your heart chakra is also super open because in this allowance card, we got a lot of green in here. And this says universal love. Oh, look, 20 with discernment and perception. I love that. So, and look right underneath that, miracle with number 33. Boom. Look, you guys awaken people, okay? But in a very loving way. Like some people, they come here and they just trigger the fuck out of people. I'm one of them, okay? I consider myself a walking trigger because I'm going to trigger you. If you have any unhealed trauma or anything like that, just me being around you is going to trigger you. And you might not even understand why, but you might not like me. And it doesn't have anything to do with me. It has everything to do with the things that you need to work on and heal. Some of us, though, we come and we trigger spiritual awakenings through love. And that's kind of the vibe that I'm picking up for you guys, is you guys, you guys have so much love in your heart. And when you get around people, this just shines into their energetic field and it awakens their chakras, their consciousness, their awareness in a very loving and gentle way. I'm picking up like divine feminine energy as well. Very mothering and nurturing type of energy. It's like your love comes in and just tender. It's so tender and it's so gracious and it just comes in and just nurtures each chakra, just like cleansing and opening it and just, I don't know, attuning it to a higher frequency. There's something so gentle about your guys' energy. So loving and compassionate. I love it. I'm feeling it. I feel y'all power, okay? So, You guys could also definitely identify as like empaths, like we were saying at the beginning, starseeds, or very loving and kind energy here. And this crystal right here also is good to bring like a very calm and high vibrational energy in as well. So I don't know, I feel like this crystal like almost represents you. Let's see here. What is pile 1's spiritual abilities? What is pile 1's spiritual abilities? Yeah. The way you guys receive or give and receive love is a superpower. I just want to say that right now. So we got the Emerald Tablet activation, cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, and conscious manifesting. So you guys could also be very powerful manifestors, and I feel like it's because you guys manifest through love and through your heart center. Love is one of the highest frequencies that we can tap into, right? Love and gratitude are two of the highest frequencies that we can tap into. Joy is up there too. I'm picking up very much like inner child. This very like almost fearless because I move through love type of energy, right? Like, I ain't afraid of shit. That's what I just heard. I ain't afraid of shit, okay? So with this Emerald Tablet activation, this is bringing me to literally the crystal emerald. And emerald is great for like all types of healing, emotional, physical, mental, spiritual healing, right? So you guys could also be healers, because I'm also looking at this right here. And I don't know, it's just reminding me of the staff with the snake going up it. What is that called? It's not called... Damn, I can't remember. If I remember, I'm going to go look it up and I'm going to let y'all know. I'll put it in the little comment or something. But there is a name for that. And there's a being that is connected to that. Man, it starts with an A. It starts with an A. Can't think of it, though. So we got Hathor light codes. Why did I just say that so weird? Hathor light codes. Light immersion, full system upgrade, and power recall. And look at the third eye beaming. Y'all's spiritual awareness and consciousness is on another level. I'm just saying. Light immersion. So I feel like something else that you guys could also be very spiritually gifted in could be like light language or crystalline healing. Power recall. This is giving me like energy retrieval, soul retrieval. Some of you guys could identify as like shamans, energy healers. Don't have to be though, but that's also something else that I'm picking up. Like I said, this is a general read, so take what resonates, leave what don't. But I feel like you guys have this very beautiful, bright light about you that helps others awaken this within themselves in a very loving and kind and compassionate way. You guys could also be like spiritual teachers or gurus, right? Because we got 44 and we seen 33, and I was picking up 22 and then 9 and 7. So you guys could also be very deep into this spiritual shit, right? You guys could be very deep into this, and you guys could help other people, like guide other people through this. Be that beacon of light for others to find this within themselves. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. So let's see. How can you tap more into your abilities for pile 1? Did I call you pile 2 at all? I hope not, because, yeah, you're pile 1. I don't know. You guys could be drawn to multiple piles. I haven't even done the other piles yet, but because I feel like I keep wanting to say pile 2 for some reason. So you guys could just have a lot of spiritual abilities. You guys also, with all these like master numbers, right? So I feel like if you guys hear about a certain gift and it intrigues you, it's like it comes very naturally for you guys. Like you can literally learn any ability. Anybody can, but I feel like it comes very easily for you guys, like very effortless. So if there's anything out here that you guys have been drawn to, try it. Dive into it, because I feel like that's your soul telling you like, yeah, baby, we can do that. I feel like anything that comes up, we can do that. We can do that too. Yeah, I can do all of this. It's like a jack of all trades and a master of all trades, okay? I hear this saying, sometimes it says jack of all trades, master of none, but I'm feeling like you guys are a jack of all trades and a master to all. Like, so let's see, how can you tap? Thank you. Circle of eternal joy, timelessness, and dance of life. And this is card 41, which if we reduce that goes down to a 5, which is linked to the Hierophant. But also 5s are about like changes and challenges, obstacles, growth, right? So you guys, something that you guys can do to tap more into your abilities is to challenge yourself, is kind of what I'm picking up. Challenge yourself. Dance with life, okay? Just put your hand in all these different pots. Like, try on all these different hats, because I feel like there is so much more that you are able to achieve in this life and to do in this life if you do not limit yourself. Because circles are like wholeness and eternity. This is like that full circle, that full experience. I feel like you guys are meant to experience a lot more. And I feel like you guys are meant to have a lot of full circle moments, like epiphanies and revelations. And I feel like the only way that you're going to have these things is by diving into like certain challenges or different things that pique your interest. Shit. I'm also picking up like timekeepers or gatekeepers or something about that as well. I don't know why, but I was picking up, what the fuck was I just hearing? Now it's gone. Well, that left about as quick as it came. For some reason, I was thinking there was a certain word on one of these cards, and I looked over and it wasn't there. And because I read a different word, it just was gone. So we got opening heart. Wow. It says deep connections, water blessings. And this is card 11. It's another master number right there, okay? So a way that you can tap more into your abilities is by tapping into your heart center, opening your heart chakra more. Some of you guys are like, how could I open my heart chakra anymore? It's already so open. Like, just dive into it, okay? See if there's anything that you could do that just brings you this immense amount of joy. And just do it. You know what I mean? Just do it. But yeah, working with your heart chakra is going to be a way that you guys can tap more into your abilities, as well as, you know, challenging yourself, exploring other avenues to like dive into your spirituality or to share these things with other people. Because when I think of the Hierophant, I think of like a mentor or a teacher, which I think we were also picking that up. Didn't I pick that up already? Yeah. Like a mentor or a teacher, like teaching these to other people, I feel like is going to help you dive more into your abilities. It's like the more you work with them, obviously, the better, the more developed they become, right? Let's see, how can pile 1 tap more into their abilities? Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and we got the Ace of Cups on the bottom. Wow. So this is that. Okay, so with this, I'm feeling like, because this is more about physical, this is more about love and emotions and like the heart, right? So don't focus so much on the material. Not saying you guys do already or anything like that. I'm not calling you superficial or materialistic or anything like that, but I feel like taking yourself out of your, not taking yourself out of your physical, how do I say this, Spirit? So I don't want to say it wrong, because it's important to stay grounded, right? We got to stay grounded in order for us to really bring that full experience together, right? We got to have the crown and the root chakra both working in harmony. Otherwise, it can become very overwhelming, or we can become very unpresent in our life and miss a lot of opportunities and experiences that we came here to go through to begin with, for our soul to evolve or ascend or transcend something, right? So It's important to be grounded and be in your physical, be present, right? But there's something here about letting things go, like not being so attached to what it is that you are wanting to bring in or what it is that you've planted. Because in this card right here, it shows like a tree that was just planted. There's a message here, man. There's a message here. I don't know what it is, but there's something here. I might come back to this. But yeah, really diving into that heart center, working on your healing and sharing this with others, right? You have this overflow and this beautiful energy that you should be sharing with other people. All this wisdom, all the secrets that lie within. I was sleeping one day and Hanuman came to me when I was waking up out of my sleep. I was like between sleep and like waking up. And I seen him clear as day come to me with his finger over his lips, and he was shushing me pretty much in a sense and said all the wisdom that lies within, or all the secrets that lie within, or something like that. Regardless, kind of the same thing. And I feel like that's like a message that's coming through for you guys right now. It's like you guys have a lot of secrets, you guys have a lot of wisdom that lies within you. And when I lifted up this card right here, we got Temple of Truth, right? And it says throat chakra, authenticity, and self-expression. So you guys are meant to express your truth to others. I feel like your truth is going to resonate with a lot of other people. And it was in reverse, which is telling me I feel like some of you guys are kind of holding back a little bit. But yeah, you guys definitely have the ability to channel. And I feel like Spirit is wanting you to do something with this. Interesting. So, let's see. Who or what can you work with? Sorry, pile one. I feel like I'm getting a little bit distracted all of a sudden. This card is bothering me because I feel like there's something here and I cannot figure it out. I just can't get figured out. You know what? Maybe there's a message as far as like whatever you're picking up from this is special to you, okay? Sometimes I've noticed if I have a hard time channeling a message, it's usually because it's not, how do I say this? It's like a mystery, like there's a secret behind it, like there's some sort of like secretive type of energy about it, right? So maybe y'all are meant to decode this, because I feel like you guys probably are, like I said, channelers. You guys could probably do divination, read tarot, oracle, things like that, right? So whatever you're picking up from this card right here is special for you, okay? That's just something that I'm going to say, and I'm going to leave it at that. And if anything else comes up, I definitely will make sure to tell you guys. But I just feel like I'm having a hard time channeling that one freaking card right there. Like, what is going on? You see, this could also even be like a block, right? Because a lot of times I like to look at the reversals as like some sort of blocked energy too. So wherever you're feeling blocked at right now, dive into that, work on that a little bit more. And I seen 222 on the timer, so work on that a little bit more so that way you can come into alignment. There's something that I feel like you're trying to manifest right now, or that you're trying to bring in, but there's like this block or restriction or resistance that is surrounding this thing. And it could have something to do with your ego. Maybe there's like a dismantling of the ego that's going on right now. There's some point in your life or some place in your life where that's the only thing that's like just not aligned right now. Like that's the only thing you're really maybe possibly struggling with. Everything else just seems so effortless and so easy, but this one fucking thing. Or it could be like two things, but I'm picking up one thing just because it says one, which is the ace, right? So yeah. I don't know. There's something about that, working on like a blockage. diving into those challenging moments. So let's see. Who or what can you work with in order to develop these further? Look, 22 and this is 23. So something that I'm also picking up for you guys right now is how do I say? You guys could also work with numbers to like open portals and things like that, because we do got light immersion. I was picking up like light codes and things like that, right? Light language. Some of you guys could work with numbers to open portals or to call in certain energies into your life. I know that's a thing. I can't remember what it's called, but there is something about that. But I'm gonna reshuffle just because I only wanted one. But 22, Fool's Embrace, transmuting pain. So some of you guys, maybe that's why I was bringing up this crystal right here, or my little transmuter, my little energy transmuter, because maybe some of you guys also transmute energy. And I think when you guys are going through that process, it's like you guys are very fragile, because this person is looking like they're full of glass, like they're just covered in glass. Fool's Embrace. You guys could definitely be like master alchemists or transmuters or something like that. You guys definitely, not only can you do this with your own shit, but you can do this for other people as well, if that's something that you choose to do. And then we got Fortune's Wheel that came out and it said luck and right timing. So I feel like you guys could definitely work with like Aquarius energy, Uranus, as well as, I can't remember what is linked to the wheel. There's an energy that's linked to the wheel card, the Wheel of Fortune card in tarot. So definitely feel free to go look it up if you guys are interested. That could also be another signifier as to like an energy that you guys can work with. Is it Uranus? I don't freaking know. Regardless, Uranus is coming up. Okay? Uranus is coming up. So, let's see. Thank you. It says, gathering around the power of community. Look it! They look like little fairies. Oh. See, you guys could work with plant spirits, fairies, things like that are going to help you develop your I almost said your energy, your abilities further, right? With me wanting to say energy, I feel like they could also give you an increase in energy when you're feeling depleted. They could help you replenish your energy. Some of you guys could also be drawn to like a plant-based diet. And I feel like this is something that you guys can do to help you develop your abilities further. Like keep it light, keep it tight, you know, work out, move your body. Eat healthy, things like that. Drink a lot of water is going to be something that is going to help you develop your abilities further, because it's going to allow the energy to flow a little bit more effortlessly. Sheesh, bunny. Can't talk. We got Eyes of the Eagle. It says rising above the fray. This is 18, which is linked to the Moon card in tarot. Okay, so, and with the Moon card can talk about illusions. And weren't we talking about disillusionment at the beginning? Okay, and with this saying rise above the fray, it's like you guys can see through the illusions. I feel like you guys see very clearly, okay? But working with the moon, wasn't that coming up? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was a different reading. Regardless, I was picking up earlier a message about working with the moon. I don't know if it was in this pile. I don't know if I said anything about that, but it might have been in a reading that I did prior to this. Working with the moon could also be very significant for you guys. Doing some moon bathing, connecting with the moon cycles. If you guys do identify as like a witch or a druid or a warlock, whatever, right? Working with the moon could be very significant for you guys. Or the moon goddesses. What is Selene? I'm also hearing Nyx or Nyx, NYX. as well as, I'm hearing Diana or Diane. Diana? Hecate. Okay, so these are also other energies and entities, beings, goddesses that you can work with, whatever you want to identify them as. But yeah, these are some energies that you could work with. But also your higher self with the rising above the fray. This reminds me of the higher self. So working with your higher self a little bit more, tapping more into your higher self, or doing things that help you tap into your higher self. Whether that's meditation, journaling, yoga, working out, going for a walk when it's like super early in the morning in the crisp air, you know, when it's kind of quiet and still, like a lot of people and creatures are still sleeping, right? Obviously, only do that if it's safe. I'm not gonna tell you guys to go put yourself in harm's way or danger. But yeah, with this being a bird as well, like working with animals or birds or the air element in general, the breath, the mind, could also be something that's very significant for you guys to help develop your abilities a little bit further. So even like reading is something too. So I have this psychic book that's also coming up, and it's called The Psychic Self. It's not very like, ooh, this is a good book, but it's very informational, okay? So maybe even reading something like that just to kind of like see what spiritual abilities there are. And like I said, I feel like you guys have the ability to tap into pretty much any spiritual ability and master it if that's something that you choose to do. So I don't know, something about that, learning about more spiritual abilities or how you can tap more into these abilities, things like that, I feel like is going to also help you develop them further. So let's see who or what. Woo! Wow, star bathing. I said something about moon bathing. Now we got star bathing. Light body, I can't make it up, y'all. Crystal grid, transmission, and activation. So doing like crystal grids could also be very significant for you guys, for your guys' development. Oh my God. Can you talk? Look, child of the cosmos. Tell me these cards do not look super similar. Look at all the stars. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not with the way that I am talking right now, y'all. I could literally cry because that is just so funny. It says the intelligence of the universe lies within. What was I just saying? Oh my God. I just feel like right now because these are just confirmations. Hanuman could be significant for you guys. Just because I did bring him up and I was talking about my own experience with him. But he literally said the secrets or the wisdom, all the secrets or wisdom that lies within. I can't remember exactly which word he decided to use. I actually have it wrote down in my journal at home, but I don't have that with me. And this planet back here looks like Saturn, but I'm also picking up Jupiter as well. So Jupiter and Saturn could also be significant planets for you guys. And Saturn is linked to our restrictions, our karma, lessons, things like that, right? So, you know, coming back to how can you tap more into these abilities, working through your restrictions and your like really doing some introspection and understanding the lessons, understand them, like really feel that shit from within. But we got light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. So I feel like the universe is activating you right now, okay? So working with the universe, working with the stars, with the moon, connecting with extraterrestrials, things like that, even crystals. Crystals have their own beautiful energies, okay? Like, I feel like I don't have to tell you guys this, but working with crystals could also be very significant for your guys' development. Like, I was picking up psychometry, so I feel like you guys are going to receive a lot of downloads just by touching certain crystals. They're going to give you downloads. They're going to activate you. You guys could have very sensitive bodies and be very sensitive to energy. So I feel like it's going to have a very positive impact on your spiritual development. So Oh wait, hold on. I wanted to pull one of these cards real quick before I get into the last question. We're going to see what energy can you work with to develop these abilities further. And like I said at the beginning, all of these cards will be in the description in the order that I use them in too. So if you guys want to check them out, definitely go check out the description. What energy can pile one work with in order to develop these further? Magic. I'm here and I got the magic in me. And look, creativity. So working with your sacral chakra, working with your magic, tapping more into the magical aspects of life and all of these different types of energies like crystals and the star and the moon and the stars and the moon and the universe and, you know, whatever you feel drawn to, right? You feel more called to work with Mother Gaia, like, you know, things like that. Really trust that and work more with your magic. These are going to help you develop further. And we got creativity right here. And these are like purple and like this like magenta, not magenta, this ain't magenta, but like this like purpley, light purple, purpley light purple color. This like light purple with a dark purple. It's reminding me of like the crown and the third eye. So working with your crown and your third eye could also be significant, as well as your sacral chakra, because our creativity is stored there. And our self-expression is how we express these abilities out into the world, right? So working with these types of energies could also be beneficial for you guys. So now we are going to dive into the last question and see, how are you being called to utilize these abilities? How are you being called to utilize these abilities? I got chills in my legs right now. So you guys definitely work on like grounding these frequencies when you're tapping into them, because this is intense. So let's see. How are you? Thank you. Culture. Attachment to self and existence, soul meant to transcend all cultures, deep connection to ancestors. That's beautiful. Okay. So I feel like how you're being called to utilize these abilities is by helping others break free from the distortion within certain cultures or the restrictions that society, religion, cultures, things like this, things that are more organized, have like traditions and rules, helping people break free from that. And allowing them to be their self, be their most authentic version of themselves, to explore things that they feel called to do. I feel like you guys, like we said, disillusionment. You guys are meant to help people break. Wow, look at inner child. Inner child, can't make it up. You guys are definitely being called to help transcend the distortion, the dogma, the corruption within certain cultures that you feel called to working with. Or like, for instance, I'm gonna give you an example, right? So in some cultures, they say that you can only work with certain tools if you're a certain culture, or if you are part of a certain culture, you can only dress a certain way, or you have to look a certain way. I feel like you guys are helping people break free from that and allowing them to feel comfortable enough to just be themselves. It's like you guys are creating a safe space. It's kind of what I'm picking up. And you do have the help of the ancestors working with you. It's not just like your bloodline ancestors. These are like universal ancestors, star ancestors, cosmic ancestors. This is the Earth's ancestors, right? Yeah, that's something that I am picking up though. And inner child, this is healing unresolved childhood scars, childhood trauma holding you back, exploring your childhood wounds. Bada boom, bada bing, I can do a lot of things. Something that I just heard. So, yeah, you guys are meant to spread love and light on the corrupted ways of thinking and being, period. But in a very compassionate and lighthearted way. Like, I don't know, there's something about your guys' energy. You're just lovely. Lovely. How is pile 1 being called? Thank you. Yeah. Look. 6 of Swords. 6 of Swords is moving away from chaotic energy. So this is you helping people free themselves ultimately from chaos, from, I'm hearing depression, self-sabotage. What's the word I'm trying to also say? Look, and if you look at this, she's holding a cup. This is like a golden cup. Helping people reclaim their power, their self-love. Helping people tap into that love frequency as well. We also got the 4 of Pentacles and the Emperor. Okay, so I love that. And the Hangman. We did see perception. So you guys are here to help people shift their perceptions. Ultimately, you guys are here to help people shift their perceptions, okay? To break free from their limitations, their restrictions, things like that. To step back into their power, reclaim their power, be authentic, be true to themselves, okay? This is how you're being called to utilize these abilities. But also trust your intuition. Like if you feel called to do it in other ways as well, trust that, okay? But this is all I have for you, pile 1. And I hope this reading resonated with you. And if it did, definitely feel free to give this a like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload. And I'm also sending you guys lots of love, okay? If you guys were drawn to another pile, I will see you there. Otherwise, if this is where I leave you, I hope you guys have a beautiful day, night, whenever you're watching this. Take care of yourself and definitely check out my page if you feel called to do so. Show your girl some love. I'm just starting my page out, you know, so sending you guys lots of love, though. Take care of yourself, okay? Bye. Hello, pile 2. If you chose this beautiful amethyst cluster, this is going to be your reading. We're going to pop this little guy right up here. So when I was tapping into your guys' energy, I was seeing like a diamond with an eye in it. Don't know exactly what that means yet, but I was seeing something along those lines. So definitely look into what the diamond symbolizes. There could be a message there for you guys. But I was also picking up one of your guys' spiritual abilities is to be able to sense what other people are feeling and thinking, like empath, right? But at a very deep level. It's like very strong empathic abilities. And if we split that little diamond that I was seeing into 2, right, that would be the fire and the water alchemical symbol. So I feel like something that you guys also are able to do with your spiritual abilities is to be able to bring balance or neutralize energies. You guys could also be like mediums, because I'm also picking up like a bridge. So you guys could be a bridge for spirit. You guys could do things like create bridges for spirits that have passed on, that are having a hard time crossing over. They're lost or they're scared. You guys could do like the whole rainbow bridge thing and help them cross over. I'm also picking up Archangel Metatron as well. So some of you guys could work very closely with Archangel Metatron. So that is something that I was just picking up with your guys' pile right off the bat. You guys definitely, I feel like, have very strong mediumship abilities, very strong claircognizant, clairsentient. You guys just know things. You guys feel things very strongly, as well as like empathic abilities. Yeah. And alchemy. I would say alchemy and transmutation as well, with that being able to neutralize and balance out energies. It's giving like alchemy or transmutation. And alchemy is just like a deeper level of transmutation, right? So let's see. What is pile 2 spiritual abilities? Sacral chakra. And we got Earth. This is making me think of that mediumship thing, like spirits that were here on Earth, when they pass on and they're stuck here on Earth. Some of you guys have the ability to help these spirits and beings, souls, cross over, make peace with what it is that they need to make peace with in order for them to be able to transcend, right? So it says the frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal spiritual aspects of our nature. What is underneath that? We got emergence. And this is 24 and then 25. So something that I tend to pick up when I see like numbers like that is like steps. So I feel like you guys could be like builders or creatives or something, especially with the sacral chakra here as well. You guys could also be like creatives, like maybe you're building up your platform right now or building up your clientele, something, I don't know, something about that as well. So with number 2, sacral chakra, it says the frequency of the sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, symbolizes our ability to flow with our desires and stimulates our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. So you guys are very in tune with your sacral chakra. And this is where we store trauma, emotions, our creative energy, our sensuality, our sexuality. All of these things are stored in our sacral chakra, right? So I feel like you guys could also help people with unresolved trauma or like blocked creative energy or just blocked energy in general. Like you guys could also be like energy healers as well. I think they came up in pile 1 too. But very different energies from pile 1. So, and I did feel like I kept wanting to call pile 1 pile 2. So if some of you guys are coming over here from pile 1, hey pile 1. Or if you were drawn to pile 1, I feel like there could be messages for you there as well. But only if you were drawn there, okay? Trust your intuition. But yeah, so you guys could also be like trauma counselors, or somatic healing could also be one of your guys' spiritual abilities. I don't even know if that's necessarily considered a spiritual ability, but that's what I'm picking up right now. Some of you guys could be very good at somatic healing, or yeah. So that's kind of what I'm picking up right off the bat. I feel like you guys help people release blockages in order to bring in more abundance and success, creative energy, allow them to express themselves in a healthy way, things like this. Some of you guys could also be past life regressionists. Could also be one of your guys' spiritual abilities. Maybe you guys would be really good at doing like past life regressions or guided meditations or something. Hypnosis, hypnotherapy. That's also something that I'm picking up for you guys in pile 2. And this is a general read, so, you know, there might be a lot of different things that come through in this, so take what resonates, you know. If it all resonates, feel free to claim it all, you know. Let's see. What is pile 2's spiritual abilities? Now that I'm doing pile 2, every time I go to say what is pile 2's, I hear in my head pile 1. And I gotta like check myself real quick. So I don't know what the hell that's about. Sacred, oh my God, sacral chakra again. Sacred inner space, sacral chakra, tenderness, and sensuality. Oh my goodness. So, wow, you guys have a very powerful sacral chakra. You could help people tap into their sensuality, or I'm hearing like find themselves. I'm picking up energy in soul retrieval as well, which is also something else I think I picked up in pile 1. We got Holy Grail. It says inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Yeah, you guys help people find their sacredness, connect back with their soul. their sensuality, to replenish themselves and enjoy life again. I feel like you guys help people through their journeys. You guys could also be like somebody that guides people through really hard and heavy times in their life, right? I'm picking up Chiron and Scorpio. And I only know about that because my Chiron is in Scorpio. And that's actually one of my abilities, is to help people through transitions, like heavy transitions in life. And that's kind of why I think I was picking up like helping people cross over, things like that, like when somebody passes on, or if somebody just lost somebody, like you could be that guide or have that special touch that helps these people heal and find peace in these situations. You know, these are like heavy transitions, right? Yeah, picking up like a trauma counselor, guidance counselor, something, I don't know, some sort of like, even like a spiritual counselor. But you guys ultimately help people tap back into their sensuality, their sacredness, to see the joy and the pleasure in life again, is kind of something that I'm picking up too. So let's see here. How can you tap more into these abilities? Very, very strong sacral chakra energy though. I'm also picking up you guys create like a safe space. People could be very drawn to you because you feel like a very comforting, safe type of energy, especially if they've been through like trauma and things like that. Like people might be like, I don't know why I just told you all of that. Like I don't tell people that, or I've never told anybody this. I don't know why I just opened up to you, because you just got this very safe kind of energy. Like you're not going to exploit these people or, you know, break their confidant, or break their confidant. You could be a confidant for them, and you're not going to like break their trust, and they just can sense this in you. I'm also picking up like a spirit guide, like, which is funny because, yeah, you guys are here, but we're multidimensional beings. So you guys could also be like a spiritual guide for those. People could tell you like, oh, I seen you in my dreams, or like I'm picking up like astral projection or lucid dreaming, things like that. So let's see, how can you tap more into your abilities? Opening heart. This is deep connections and water blessings. The sacral chakra is the water chakra. Oh my goodness, you guys. Wow. And I seen the diamond, and I said if we break it into two, right? That would be the water chakra and the fire chakra, the solar plexus and the sacral. And this is card 11, which is a master number. Yeah. You guys have a very beautiful connection between your sacral and your heart chakra. There's a very loving and like divine feminine energy about you. It doesn't matter what gender you are very connected to your divine feminine energy. And that's what people are very drawn to you for, is because you have this very nurturing, mothering, compassionate type of energy about you. People feel very safe when they get into your energy. So I feel like something that you guys can do to tap more into your abilities is, first of all, work with water. Water is going to be a great tool for you guys to tap more into your abilities. You could receive a lot of healing and downloads from water. Water holds memory, right? So you guys could pick up the memories that this water is holding, or you can even help people transmute energies through water, like speaking positive affirmations or setting positive intentions for water and immersing people in water. This is something that I'm picking up. Immersing people in water. Some of you guys could also do like deprivation pods or something, or I don't know, I feel like setting intentions with these deprivation pods before somebody gets in. This is so weird. I don't know why I'm picking up such specific things with this pile, but something that I'm picking up with this pile, like something that you could do with this is, say for instance, you get a deprivation pod. You guys are wanting to open up your own wellness or holistic healing center, right? You get a deprivation pod. And before people get in, you cleanse the space, you set intentions with the water before they get in. And it's like when they get out, they are, not only have they absorbed all these intentions and these affirmations, but they come out feeling renewed and recharged, which is something that ultimately comes with the deprivation pod. But it's supposed to like mimic like being back in the womb. I don't know, there's something something there. So we got wings of light, becoming something new. I was just saying, they come out feeling new. That's so funny. This is 42, which reduces to a 6, which is unconditional love, right? Beautiful. I feel like you guys have the ability to create something new. Like, I've heard of deprivation pods before. So you guys could be taking something that's already made, right? Something that's already been created, but putting your own twist on it, which in turn like makes this something completely new nobody's ever heard of or done before. Yeah, I see y'all pile too. I see y'all pile too. You guys got a lot of creative energy. Get creative with it. You guys are innovators, okay? So you guys are here to step it up a notch or to tune it up or, you know, add your own little spice flavor to it. That's what I'm picking up right now. That's how you can tap more into your abilities, is to allow your creativity to really soar. Become like an explorer with what you can do with these abilities, right? I'll give this one more good shuffle. All right, so let's see. How can pile 2 tap more into their abilities? Like, do I even need to say anymore? I said I'm picking up divine feminine energy. This is the divine feminine in tarot. This is the Empress card. Fertility. Okay, she is the divine mother. I feel like you guys could even help people heal like parental wounds or inner child wounds, things like that, right? And we got literally temperance, patience, and I said alchemy. Look, the Emperor, he is the divine counterpart. He is fire. Okay, this is Aries energy. So this is linked to Venus. The Empress is linked to Venus, which is Libra and Taurus. But I'm getting a very like watery kind of energy from her. And look, her heart chakra is just beaming. You guys help a lot of people find deep healing that I don't think they were able to find before. You guys help people transmute. And you know what? I talked about this in pile 1, but this is my little energy transmuter. So when I first got this, she said this was for palm reading, but I had a different use that I wanted to use this for, that I felt called to use this for. So this is my energy transmuter. This little clear quartz crystal ball that's on top absorbs all of the energy, purifies it, and then this is jade, which then transmute this, whatever energy this just absorbed and purified, into the purest form of unconditional love. And then this guardian angel sends it to where it is needed. So there's something about that, like you guys doing this type of work. Like, I don't know, you guys could be like earth angels as well. But yeah, you guys, something you can do to tap more into your abilities is to work with water and tap into your divine feminine energy. Work with the moon, things that represent the feminine, right? That's what you can do. Because it's coming up a lot right here. So definitely working with water, working with the feminine, working with your creative energy. 3 is linked to creativity. It's also linked to Gemini, which is about communication, intellect, things like that. So, you know, diving deep into books if you feel called to do so, but into like meditation and I was picking up like astral projection, lucid dreaming, things like that. if you guys already do that, diving a little deeper with that. Or if you don't do that, yeah, I feel like diving into that could also be something that could help you guys tap more into your abilities as well. So, let's see. Who or what can Pile 2 work with in order to develop these abilities further? It says horned cactus, resourcefulness with 29, which reduces to 11. So this came up for Pile 1 as well. Working with like the elements, working with plants in particular are going to be really beneficial for you guys in developing your abilities further. Sorry, I'm trying to pick up this message real quick. So also being resourceful is something that I'm picking up the raccoon for some reason. Raccoons could be like an animal totem for you guys, or working with the energy of the raccoon. Raccoons are very resourceful. Even if there's like a lack of food or something, they still somehow manage to survive, right? So I feel like this is you using what you have at hand to create, to innovate, to sustain, right? Look. Also working with creatures, because we got the galactic mushroom, which is another plant, right? And there's a little face up in there. So this is like giving me the vibe of like plant spirits. We got the caterpillar with opportunity, which is like another creature. And then we got the whale song with resonating, and this is another creature, okay? So, and this is a water creature on top of that. So, working with plants and animals is going to be really good for you guys in helping you develop your abilities further, okay? What can Pile 2 or who can Pile 2 work with in order to develop their abilities further? What or who can Pile 2 work with in order to develop their abilities further? To work with in order to develop their abilities further. My eyes just started getting weird. Like a little wonky or something. Wow. So we got your life as a canvas. It says artist, manifestation, and creative accountability. Oh my goodness. Yeah, working with that creative energy, working with your sacral chakra, right? Working with the divine feminine. These are going to be things that you can do to create, okay? Create. But I was trying to say to develop your abilities further. We got I Remember with Soul Plan, the Fated Life versus the Destiny Life. So I feel like tapping into the Akashics as well could be something that you guys could do to develop your abilities further. Because I feel like you guys have the ability to be able to tap into your divine blueprint and alter it if needed. But I feel like you guys, yeah, there's something about that. I was going to say something else, and now I just feel like, ooh, all of a sudden, I don't know what the hell just happened. I just feel so weird. Almost like feel like up in the clouds. Like I'm very ungrounded right now. So work on grounding yourself, okay? Ground these energies. Look, and I just split that, and it's a strength, and this is a pillar. Pillars are known to be very strong, and something that you can find here on this on this physical. That they usually hold up like a building, like for the foundation or something. So work on grounding yourself, and with that being red, that's linked to the root chakra, right? Let's see, what is an energy that Pile 2 can work with in order to develop their flow with water? Boom, I'm fucking done with this pile. No, I'm just playing. I'm just playing, y'all. But like, it is like literally repeat, repeat, repeat. And then we got sadness. Working through your pain, finding a way to integrate or alchemize this pain through your creative energy. Like some of you guys could alchemize pain through like poetry, or maybe you paint, or you sing, you dance, whatever it is, right? Whatever you feel called to do that, okay? It's going to help you guys develop these abilities further by releasing that sadness. If there's any block as of recently or currently, right? It's because there's some sadness, some pain that needs to be transmuted inside of you. It's calling for your attention. Let's see. How are you being called to utilize these abilities? Home and family. It says building a loving home, a strong sense of family obligation and fulfillment through family. So I feel like the way that you're being called to utilize these, I feel like is you're meant to teach your family, whether this is like the family you choose, the family you were born in, or the family that you create, right? You're being called to teach, to show them these things. And I'm feeling like for some of you guys, if you either have kids or you plan on having kids, or you know that's in your future, right? Your child is going to do something amazing. So I feel like nurture their abilities that they have as well, especially if you notice a lot of the things that they're doing are something that you see in yourself, and you've, how do I say, like if you have an ability, right, and you notice that your kid has this ability and they're trying to develop this, nurture that, help them. Because I feel like they are going to do something very big and beautiful in this life with this ability as well. But regardless, with home and family, I'm picking up like you guys are being called to share this, okay, with people around you or with your community. Like I said, with the family you build, choose, or create. Build, choose, or create, that you were born into. Oh my God, I can't even talk. The family that you were born into, or that you choose, or that you create. There we go. It says level 5 consciousness. You've given up destructive habits. You maintain balance in your life, starting to manifest your spiritual being. Yeah, I feel like this is either the energy that you're coming out of or that you're coming into, right? Maybe you've already kind of like transcended past this level 5 consciousness. Look, and you're starting to step into this level 9 consciousness. Wow. Like shifted a couple, like 4 different levels of consciousness. You guys could just be between different levels of consciousness, right? Like you're very in tune. And I think when you're going through certain like ego deaths or things like that, like we are going to stoop down to a lower level of consciousness. It's the only way that we can tap into those egocentric traits or habits or things like that, right? Is by stooping into that consciousness for a moment, understanding it and transmuting and integrating it, right? I'm sorry, I feel like so foggy all of a sudden. What just happened? Can I get a final card? Thank you. This is the wheel in this card, or in this deck. So I feel like you're being called to utilize this, and it's almost like in very unpredictable ways. Like I feel like you're just going to be drawn to certain things, and you're being called to explore these, right? Like he's holding the Ankh, which is very significant for some reason. Some of you guys could also have ties to like Egypt or sacred geometry, working with these things as well. But we also had the Ace of Pentacles that came out. So Plant those seeds, okay? Nourish those seeds. Tend to your garden. And have faith in your manifestations, okay? There's literally a garden on the back of this card. So I feel like you're being called to utilize these by planting seeds and nourishing them, nurturing them, taking care of them, being compassionate. And I just seen a sparkle in the corner of the room. And I always link that to fairies because that's my experience with them. So, you know, pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities and where you're being called and drawn to. I think you're going to do a lot of beautiful things in this life, okay, Pile 2? This is all I have for you guys. And I hope this resonated with you. If it did, definitely feel free to give this a like, comment, subscribe. Hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload. Hope to see you guys in my next video, okay? Take care of yourself. Give yourself lots of love for me, all right? Bye. Hello, Pile 3. If you chose this beautiful piece of Stillbite, this is going to be your reading. So, I'm going to put this little guy right up here. When I was tapping into the energy, I was seeing like a DNA strand, and it was going upward. So, there's actually a card in, what deck is it in? Is it this one? Did I bring it with me? I don't know if it's this one or not. I think it is this one, actually. But regardless, so this card that I'm talking about, I can't remember exactly what it says, but I always get the vibe of like repairing DNA. One of your guys' spiritual abilities could be like you guys rewire people's spiritual energy. Like I've seen people do this before where they'll like rewire energetically, rewire somebody. And I'm also picking up like a psychic physician or something where you can do almost like, you know how like a surgeon would like cut somebody open and, you know, fix their physical body. It's like you do this with their energetic body. So like you can cut certain parts of their energy open, put light in where it's needed, and sew this back up and pretty much like repair their DNA, their cells, their energy fields. Something about that. I've only done a little bit of research on that, but that's kind of like what's coming up right now for you guys, okay? So you guys could also just be very psychic. Maybe you have like psychic dreams, prophetic dreams, visions. Maybe you hear spirit, something like that. So let's see, what is Pile 3's spiritual abilities? That's fucking cool though. When I seen people doing that, I was like, what? That's a fucking thing? And then it's crazy. What's even crazier is people really feel different afterwards, right? Wow. We got Merkaba that came out, and we also got Perception. So it says, the frequency of perception supports our natural curiosity, moving us beyond our comfort zone to find the edges of what we perceive. I'm sorry. From what we perceive as real and to take a good, hard, deep look at it. This is like hangman energy. So you guys could also not only help people shift their perceptions, but also help people see truth, right? Gain enlightenment. Could help people through their spiritual awakenings as well. And this is 35, which reduces down to an 8, which is giving me strength card vibes. So you guys could also restore people's strength, their courage. And that's kind of what like a psychic physician does. I don't know if that's what they're called, but that's what I keep hearing when I think of it as psychic physician. So that's initially kind of like what they're doing. They're helping somebody restore strength in their energetic field, helping them heal, right? So there's something about that as well. So let's see here. We got Merkaba with 32, which reduces down to a 5. okay, which would be changes. Tell me why you changing. I love that song. It says the frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to traverse into other layers of reality and dimensions. Ooh. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. So, something else that you guys have as a spiritual ability is the ability to be able to tap into the Akashics, okay? And to go between different levels of consciousness through different dimensions. You guys could be like a dimension hopper, a timeline hopper. Maybe you do quantum leaping or quantum jumping, whatever you want to call it. Maybe that's also another one of your spiritual abilities. This is a collective reading, so, you know, kind of like take what resonates, leave what don't. And some of you guys, these could be undiscovered or not really explored yet type of abilities, right? So maybe you have these abilities, but you haven't like done any work to tap into them. So how would you know? You know what I mean? There's something about that as well. Yeah, and with that 32 being there, I feel like you guys help people through change, or you guys help people change their energy. Let's grab another card. Let's see, what is pile 3's spiritual abilities? What is pile 3's spiritual abilities? I came literally right out. Seraphim's Gateway, voice activation, angelic attunement, and divine support. So this is giving me like channeling vibes, like maybe you channel energy. Oh my gosh, that's kind of like what I was picking up though. Like a psychic physician is somebody who channels energy. They allow the divine to tell them where their energy is needing repairing, right? And they get the energy from the divine. The divine will give them these little balls of energy, healing energy, to put where it is needed, right? To help restore that, whatever they're fixing. Some of these people are fixing somebody's energy, but it in turn helps their physical body, right? I was watching the show, what is it called? Surviving Death. I think it's on Netflix. It should still be on there. They might have took it off, but there was an episode in there where this girl literally did that. Like, she would help people energetically, but it fucking did miraculous change to their physical body, because our energy is linked to our physical body. If there's an imbalance or a block or something in our energetic field, our physical body will start to feel it. So it's kind of like you picking up on these things. You can do like energetic scans, pick up on these things, and restore the energy or the balance or whatever back where it is needed. And with this divine support and angelic attunement, you guys could be very connected to the angelic realm, and you guys receive a lot of divine support when you're doing your work, right? They're the ones that give you this energy and this ability to do this work. So we got Soul Star activation. It says fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. Ooh. See, like I was saying before, some of you guys might not, and look, Merkaba again. Some of you guys might not know that you have this ability until you're hearing about it right now, and then it's like this sense of remembrance is coming back to you. And I feel like with fulfilling soul contract, this is you like finally stepping into your purpose. Like maybe some of you guys like know that you have a bigger purpose, but you're like, I don't know really what it is. And now that you're here right now in this moment, some of you guys could be having revelations or like epiphanies or something like, oh my God, I know what it is. This woman right here on the screen, these talking hands right now are fucking, they're doing something to me. I'm having a revelation. I'm having an epiphany. I'm starting to remember. I did this work before. You know, I don't know. There's something about that. So let's see. How can you tap more into these abilities? I don't know why I even tried to do that because I knew it wasn't going to work. How can pile 3 tap more into these abilities, please and thank you? Let's not get messy now. Maybe restoring like order in your life could also be something that you could do, especially if things get chaotic. With that 5, I think of like chaos sometimes, and chaos just needs a little bit of divine order, and we can make it work for us. So let's see. Thank you. Precognitions, psychic ability, future vision. I already said this. Okay, so I feel like, and this is card 13, which is linked to the death card in tarot. And we got Circle of Eternal Joy, and this is timelessness and dance of life. So I'm feeling like exploring your psychic abilities, being open to them, trusting them, working on your third eye could also be something significant. Your third eye and your crown, and focusing on raising your vibration. You could also be very connected to seraphims. Working with seraphims could also help you tap into your abilities a little bit more. They're known to be kind of intense, but in a very good way. I mean, in my experience, I've always had good experiences with seraphims. I work with them all the time. I actually pray to them before I do my reading. So, yeah, working with your psychic abilities, trusting your visions that you get are going to be something that help you tap more into your abilities. I think the only thing that you guys might struggle with sometimes is maybe like a little bit of imposter syndrome. Because that's something that keeps coming up as trust, right? And with 13 being here and being connected to the death card, I feel like really allowing yourself to transform into Phoenix, you know, finding where there may be a little bit of resistance and like dismantling that shit, like in whatever way that you can, whatever way you know how, you know. That's also something that's coming up. And if we reduce 13 down to a 4, that would be the Emperor card, which is making me think of like really standing in your power, really honing into your power, right? So, in that dance of life is just making me think of like really allowing things to flow, like honoring your cycles, honoring your changes. Yeah. I feel like your soul is just timeless. Your energy is just timeless. The work you do is just timeless. Kind of like how they say like, oh, you're priceless. That's kind of like what I'm picking up with you. Like you're literally priceless. You're timeless. Wow. Power. We were picking up strength. Look at literally. How can you tap more into your abilities to what's the word I'm looking for? To tame your shadow, to work with your shadow though. Not like, you know, completely dismantle your shadow, but find a way to work with it. I feel like the more you integrate your shadow, the more respect you get spiritually, the more energies that want to work with you and help you on your journey and with your work. Because you guys have a very big job here. Like, you're going to want all the help that you can get. Okay? Like, and with this man on the side, he's got a lot of white hairs, which is bringing me to, like, wisdom. You guys have a lot of wisdom. You guys have lived a lot of lives, okay? I feel like you don't become this talented in what it is that you're doing by being here one time, okay? You guys have lived a lot of lives, not even just on this planet, but in other planets and other dimensions, right? Because we did have the Merkaba here. So I feel like tapping into your Akashics, tapping into the wisdom that you have within is going to be something that helps you tap more into your abilities, as well as, integrating your shadow, working with your shadow, and tapping into the wisdom that your shadow also has for you, right? We got the Two of Cups with spiritual union. And it was in reverse, so this is making me think of like any imbalances that you have within, dive into those and see how you can balance these energies out, what it is needing. Does it need compassion? Does it need love? Does it need space? Does it need time? Does it need light? What does it need? Do you need to drink more water? Like, is there something that you have to physically do? Or is this more of like an emotional thing? Do you need to cry? Do you need to get angry? Like, there's something about that as well. So let's see. Who or what can pile 3 work with in order to develop their abilities further? Well, something that I feel like you can work with is seraphims for sure, right? Sacred geometry is another thing that's coming up. And I'm also feeling meditation. Meditation. Working with the right side of your brain could also be significant as well. Who or what can pile 3 work with? Thank you. Stars in the sky. It says limitless possibility. Look, what is that little being doing? Meditating. What the fuck? I'm telling you guys. Meditation. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cuss at you guys, but damn, like, I can't make it up. Connecting with the higher realms, connecting with your higher consciousness, your higher self. Taking a moment of silence and stillness. Allowing yourself to really explore. Letting your soul explore, Working with the stars. I think that came up for all 3 piles. Stars and the moon. And we got woodwives with adaptability. Trees are coming up too. Because she is literally a tree. Like, working with trees could also be something that you guys could work with in order to develop these abilities further. I'm picking up shamanism as well. Because shamans tend to use, like, the elements and the earth and working with their ancestors and things like that. Not to say that they don't work with other tools as well, because they do, but that's just something that I've definitely realized, is that they tend to work more with the earth and things like that. So, meditation. Working with your heart as well, because if we reduce 51 down to a 6, this is about unconditional love. This is about the heart. This is the Lover's card in tarot. So working with your heart. I'm also picking up Archangel Raphael. Is also somebody that you could work with, which is funny because we were talking about, psychic physician. So that would be like a healer, right? And Archangel Raphael is known to be the angel that works with the healers. I mean, he works with anybody that wants to work with him, but yeah, he definitely works with the healers of the world. So let's see, who or what can pile 3 work with in order to develop these abilities further? Who or what? I just heard Arcturus as well. And Sirius. Who or what can... Thank you. Activated earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Wow. Power places. I feel like there's certain places in the world that you're being called to that I feel like are going to increase your abilities. Or even like certain, like if you astral travel or something, and your soul is calling you to a certain place, I feel like it's going to activate, or you're going to receive some sort of like power or something from this place that you're being led to go. And we also got cracked open with rock bottom and surrender to the alchemy of life. It almost looks like their light body is starting to come out of this shell. I feel like you guys are starting to free yourself from the material world and really starting to step into your light body, into your soul. Ley lines, trust where you're led. There's certain places on earth that are going to activate your power. Working with Mother Gaia is also something that you guys could do to develop your your abilities further. Why do I keep wanting to say energy? Yeah, there's like certain places in earth though that are going to activate you heavy. Picking up big activations. So let's see, what energy can pile 3 work with to develop these abilities further? Thank you. Ideation. Oh my goodness, if I can grab it out. And we got disruption in reverse. This is making me think of the Tower card, which I want to say is linked to Mars, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But yeah, we also got ideation. So I feel like it's funny because pile 2, I seen this little diamond figure, but there was an eye in the middle of it. I don't know, maybe you guys were drawn to another pile. So ideation, I feel like really allowing your mind to explore certain ideas or figuring out a plan for you to bring certain ideas into the physical is going to be something that you can work with. Picking up sacral chakra as well. That's why you guys could have also been drawn to pile 2, because there was a lot of sacral chakra talk in that pile. But yeah, I feel like this is like working with your third eye, your sacral chakra, figuring out how to bring certain ideas in, allowing your mind to kind of explore. And like I said, trust where you're led. Trust where you're led. I feel like you guys are being called to do something with these abilities, or maybe even just in life in general. Like you guys are being called to either a certain place, or you guys are being called to, I don't know, there's something you guys are being called to do. This is a general reading, so I can't really quite pick up on the specific thing. But you guys are being called to do something, and I feel like do it, you know, or at least start coming up with a game plan as to how you could make this happen, right? So let's see, how are you being called? Wow. To utilize these abilities. So we had 2 cards come out, so I'm going to put these back. But we had inner child, healing unresolved childhood scars, childhood trauma holding you back, exploring your childhood wounds. We had life path 7, loner, intelligent, intuitive, analytical, a brilliant mind and unique views, won't settle for just anybody. Okay, I'm gonna give this another good shuffle, and we're gonna try that again because I only want 1 card. Thank you. Wow, life path 9. We got karmic bonds on the bottom. It says a pre-birth agreement to fulfill uncomfortable and binding relationships, identify them and break free. Okay, and this was in reverse, so this is kind of making me feel like you guys have already done this. Maybe that was like the Tower moment, and this was the contract that you guys were. Wow, look, I was talking about this card right here, looking like she's being cracked open into her light body, right? And we literally got underneath of this card right here. It says light body activation. It says I am presence. And it says light body activation, accessing the divine within. Yeah. You guys are definitely tuning into your light and into your purpose. So I feel like there was a karmic contract that you guys were meant to fulfill, that you guys have fulfilled. And now you guys are meant to, I feel like this initially pushed you further into your purpose. Like it pushed you into this self-discovery type of energy, right? But I feel like it also gave you the tools and the experience that you needed to fulfill your purpose or to pursue your purpose. I already read that card. Let's put that down. Life Path 9, it says, wise, giving, humanitarian, humble, have vision and passion to inspire others, prone to rescuing partners. See, that's that karmic energy. So I feel like something that you guys were meant to take away from these karmic situations is to learn to set good boundaries, right? When we lack boundaries, we will tend to overextend our energy and try to fix people or help people or save people, when in reality, everybody's got to save themselves. We can give people tools, but we cannot make people do the work, and we cannot do the work for people, okay? So this is a big lesson that you guys were meant to learn. And I feel like we were seeing with all this gray hair here that you guys are wise beyond your years, right? You guys are old souls. And with this 9, this is giving me Hermit card energy. So you guys, it might have pushed you into a very dark place, but you, in return, you really found out who you were and you started to see the light that you have within. And now you're able to help others with this as well. You guys are definitely humanitarians. We've been kind of picking that up already. You guys want to help a lot of people, I feel like, because you guys have the ability to do so. Look, strength again. So let's give this a couple little shuffles real quick and get one final card for how are you being called to utilize these abilities. House pile 3. Thank you. Wow. You're meant to be seen, baby. You're meant to be recognized in the spotlight, okay? You will get the recognition you deserve, the acknowledgement that you deserve. But I do feel like you guys are meant to be in the spotlight. You guys are meant to help a lot of people, and people are going to look up to you. There's a lot of people that are going to be looking up to you and looking to you for guidance and support, strength, courage, inspiration, right? Yeah. So I feel like how you're being called to utilize these abilities is to really let your light shine, okay? Because you're going to inspire a lot of people. You're going to help a lot of people just by doing that, okay? So this is what I have for you. And I hope this reading resonated with you guys. If it did, feel free to give this a like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell button so you don't miss when I upload. And I really do hope to see you guys in my next reading, okay? Take care of yourself, and I'm sending you guys lots of love.